everyone, my name is Jessie and welcome back to my channel. And so for this week's video, I'm going to be making some delicious wings, but I'm not going to be deep frying them. I'm actually going to be using my air fryer. And what's so awesome about the air fryer is that it does give you that nice golden crisp to the wings, but without using all of that excess fat and oil. And so I'm going to be showing you how to put this together. And so without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, and so I basically already went ahead and rinsed off and dried my wings just with like a paper towel. And you just damp them with, get rid of all that excess water. And as you can tell, this does have the drum, the thigh, and the tip. And so very carefully, I'm just going to separate them and just try to find the socket, and it should come off just like that. And you can leave this little flap on if you want, otherwise you can just actually cut them off, and you can actually save them and pop them in the freezer, and you can use them for like homemade chicken stock or something like that. Okay, and just like that, so you got your wing and your drumstick. And with this, I'm not going to use it right now, so I'm just going to pop it to the side and just continue to cut all of my wings up real quick, and then we can get started on the next step. Okay, so I went ahead and cut up my chicken wings, and so we have the flaps here, and then we have the drums. And again, you want to make sure that you pat them dry just so they can get nice crispy skin. And so this is our air fryer. All you do is just pull out the little bucket just like that. And I'm going to spray this with just a little bit of non-stick cooking spray. Not a lot. Again, the air fryer is going to make it nice and crispy. You don't want to use a lot of oil, but just enough to where the wings won't stick. Okay, so I'm going to get some non-stick cooking spray. Just a little bit, not too much. And I'm going to go ahead and start popping them in. I'm not going to season them just yet because we are going to season them and flavor them up after. And so just lay them flat and just try and stick in as many as you can, but don't like overlay them. Make sure they're a nice even surface. And depending on how big yours is, you can fit more or less to it. This is, I believe, a 3-quart one. And so if you're feeding a bigger family, you might want to get a bigger one. Just like that. Probably fit in a couple more. And so yeah, again, depending on how many you are making or how many you're needing to feed, you may need to cook this in batches. Okay, so it should look like that. Hopefully you can see it. Okay, so now we are going to pop this in. It should make that beeping sound. And so I'm going to turn it on, and then I'm going to crank up the temperature to about, where is it? 380 for about 15 minutes. And then once that's done, we are going to flip them and let them go for another 5 to 10 until they reach a internal temperature of 165 degrees. And so 380 for 15 minutes, and go ahead and start it. And there you go. So we're gonna let that cook, and then we'll be right back. Okay, so our wings are almost done. I'm just going to wait for the beeping sound. Should be here any second. Let's see. And there you go. Our chicken is ready to be flipped. Ooh, they look so good already. I don't know if you can see it or not. But of course, they are not cooked all the way. So what we're going to do is just flip them. Just so they can get nice and crispy all over. Okay, so now I'm going to pop this back in. Okay. And now I'm going to crank up the heat to 400 for about 5 minutes. Oop. Okay, and we're just gonna let that go. Okay, time to pull them out. Ooh. They are so crispy, you guys. Okay, and so now I'm going to use a clean pair of tongs because this was handled when it was still raw, so we're going to use a new pair so we don't do cross-contamination. Ooh, they smell so good, you guys. Look how crispy that is. Nice golden brown. It is perfect. And so just to be on the safe side, I'm just going to check the internal temperature. And it needs to be at 165. Okay, so they are at a safe temperature of 165. So I'm just going to put them in this bowl here real quick. Perfect. And so I'm going to put these in. And I'm going to let these cook while we season those. Okay, I'm going to clean up my station real quick and then we're going to start the seasoning process. Okay, so while my second batch is cooking, hopefully you can still hear me. This machine's a little loud, but that's cooking. I'm going to season up my wings here. And you can do whatever seasoning you want. You can do regular buffalo style, or you can do some garlic parmesan, some lemon pepper, and I even came across this beer can chicken seasoning. And so you can season it however you prefer. I'm going to go with garlic parmesan. And so I'm just going to do a little sprinkling of it. And you definitely want to season them while they are still hot so that the seasoning sticks to them. So just give them a good toss. And if you need to add more seasoning, go ahead and do that. Oh my gosh, guys. This smells so good. And it's nice and crispy. Oh my goodness. I cannot wait to eat. Okay, so now I'm going to plate these up and then we can taste test. Okay, so I have my plate here, and of course wings are nothing without some ranch and some carrots, and so now I'm just going to plate them up. I cannot wait to dig in, you guys. Yes. Okay, so here is one of the wings. Now let me try it for you guys. This is seriously so good, you guys. Look how hot and steamy that is, but it's so nice and juicy, and it's cooked all the way through. It is perfect. Now I'm going to dip it in the ranch. Everything tastes better with ranch, in my opinion. And so I'm going to finish this off camera, but I really hope you enjoyed this video, you guys, because I had so much fun making it for you. And as you can tell, this is super fast, super easy to make, and you don't really have to dirty a lot of dishes, just maybe like a mixing bowl and like your serving plate. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to click that notification bell because it really helps me out. But until next time, I will see y'all in my next video. Bye.